Hello and welcome back to Ernie's Tennis Channel. So today we are going over forehands part 2. So in the first lesson I talked all about getting the racket back as early as possible and bringing it below your hips. And so today what we're going to talk about is the next phase, which is making sure that you're staying low to the ground and you're always moving forward into the court rather than backing up or hitting off of your back foot or with one of your feet off the ground. So you want both feet to stay on the ground throughout the shot. I always tell my students to imagine that they're on a surfboard and that anytime that they miss, generally it's because they're either off balance or they stood up too soon. So here's Kyle. We're going to look at some of his film and then
So Kyle's a really good player. He's a singles player on his JV team, but he has a nasty habit of waiting for the ball to be all the way on his side of the net before he starts to swing. That's why he's cramped. That's why he's falling back on this shot. Look at how long he waits to get that racket back. He's always on the defensive because he's recognizing the ball late. Because he doesn't bring his racket back, he leaves a short ball to me. I put it away easily in the deuce court. So this is why we got to take it in steps. Step 1, get the racket back early. Step 2, stay low. But you can't get to step 2 unless you do step 1. Here he steps into it. He's a little bit more prepared, and it's a little bit smoother. Takes a step, but wait a minute. Look at his left foot. Remember the surfboard rule. Feet are not parallel, not on balance, and because of that, you're going to see that ball sail long and go wild. So here a couple months later, look, he's stepping into the court. He's inside the baseline. This all has to do with the fact that the second that I hit the ball, his racket's already ready to go. So that early racket prep is allowing him to square up. It's allowing him to step into the court. He's staying lower in his base. I'd like him to be a little bit more parallel. There it is. And this all has to do with getting your racket back early. The reason he's able to stay on the baseline, stay aggressive, all has to do with the early racket prep. So here he is in his surfboard pose. He's ready to go. And now all he has to do is bring that racket forward. He's recognizing the ball way earlier. He's getting that racket back and he's getting in his solid base. He's keeping those knees bent. He's always moving forward. So here I'm going to draw him out wide here. He's going to do a nice shot there, and look at, he gets low, he steps forward, his racket's already in prepped position, and it's no surprise he wins the point. So step 1 leads to step 2. You got to get that racket back early. You got to make sure that you're in a surfboard pose, and if you have a racket back early and you're in a surfboard pose, you're in really good shape when it comes to your forehand. So this is part 2.